Hi everyone, my name is Jesse, and today I'm joined by the other members of my focus group, Jay, Haishin, and Ziquin. Over the past few weeks, our team has been dedicated to exploring the use of AI for research and data analysis. Throughout this project, we have explored a range of AI technologies with the goal of identifying an effective AI tool workflow that would make research faster, smarter, and more efficient. After extensive testing and evaluation, we selected a workflow that primarily uses Liner AI and Claude. Liner AI is a powerful tool designed to streamline the research process. It acts as an advanced search and knowledge organization tool, helping users quickly find credible information, highlight important points, and manage research materials efficiently. It essentially forms the foundation of our workflow by simplifying and speeding up the research process for users. On the other hand, Claude is a conversational AI that excels in summarization and data interpretation. Once the research material is collected, Claude helps by generating summaries, pulling out key insights, assisting with deeper analysis, and providing visualizations, making it an essential tool in our workflow. In today's presentation, we'll first walk you through a live demonstration of these tools in action to show you their key features and how they integrate into our research workflow. Then we'll share some practical workflow examples, discuss best practices and limitations, and finally outline some resources and next steps if you wish to explore these tools further. Our goal is to give you a clear, practical understanding of how AI can be used to enhance research and data analysis and provide you with the knowledge and tools you need to begin integrating these technologies into your own research processes. I will now hand over to Jay, who will guide you through a live demonstration of Liner AI and Claude.
Hey everyone, this is Jay from the AI for Research and Data Analysis team. I'm just going to take you through a quick live demonstration of our workflow. So we've got here Liner, which is an AI search engine for deep research and citation. So I'm just going to start with this prompt that we have here. Of course, you don't need to use this prompt template. You can get your own prompt by putting it into ChatGPT first. Is what I would recommend. And this is just for identifying recent trends. Obviously, it doesn't need to be like this. I'm just going to identify recent trends in, say, economics over the past, we'll just do 5 years with a focus on, we'll say, stock prices. And then, so I've just, in here, it makes sure to specify there should be data sets, numerical trends for the Claude to actually be able to analyze and create some visualizations out of. So it does a lot of research first, obviously, to get credible sources, and then it shows you all the sources here. And you can go through those, and you can even pick, if you want scholarly papers only, you can search through, you can filter them. So we've got here, it's just going to start writing the report. And we don't have to read this at all ourselves. Should only really take a minute. The basic idea is we just let this write itself, gather all the information, and then once we have that, we can copy it over into Claude, and then Claude can make us some nice visualizations, and hopefully everything's all good. So it's just writing a little bit here, telling us about visual data representations. So I like how it sets it out, and you can see the in-text citations here. And here we go. It's even taking me through. Okay, awesome. So you can see it takes you directly there, and it's fact checked. It's citing where I got the information from. Follow-ups, you can ask different follow-up questions, but we found that just leaving it at the one prompt works best. Sometimes asking follow-up questions, it can get confused. So I'm just going to copy this and just paste it straight into here, just do a new chat. And I like how when you have enough text that you're pasting in, it just stays here rather than going in the chat. So it looks cleaner when you're just typing your actual prompt. So we've copied the report, pasted it in, and then this is the prompt for Claude. So you can see here we've got this the report below, which is what we've got now. So let's put all that through. So this template works pretty well, but again, if you wanted to, you could do something different. You could get your own prompt from ChatGPT. So it's just going to write the code um, for the analysis here to create some graphs and stuff. So I really like how it writes the code, and then you can preview it in the web page. It's really good, so it shouldn't take too long, and hopefully it looks good. All right, so you can see it's a bit interactive here as well. Got a little bit of highlighting going on. So growth 2023, so that's 14.25, not bad. Not the best chart, but we've got some, okay, that's interesting. Nominal return versus inflation adjusted return, okay. 5 years return, And then it gives some key findings, okay. Cool, so this is just a basic idea of it. We could go in and get more specific and try and to look for more specific things. Like say if I wanted to look for a certain stock or, I wanted to display the information in a certain way, we could specify that here, but this is just kind of the general idea of how it works. So yeah, I think that's all for the live demonstration. So thank you. Hope you learned something.
Thanks, Jay. Hello, I'm Haixin. In this session, I will introduce how our team use linear AI and Cloud to build an efficient workflow. Focus on the fact that we only use a combination of free version. We illustrate the practical value of this workflow through three common user rules: student, researcher, and professional. Let's start with the student example. A full-time working student with limited study time. He used linear AI to search for course content and highlight important points. The content is then submitted to Claude, which automatically summarizes key points and turn complex knowledge into graphs or mind maps to help with understanding. In this way, his study time is reduced, and knowledge is more firmly grasped. The second scenario is the researcher. They use linear AI to initial screen the literature, extract method findings, and research trends. Cruz is responsible for integrating and analyzing this information, producing sketches of the structure of the paper, and even graphing the data pattern. Research efficiency has been greatly improved under time constraints. Finally, there are professionals professionals such as marketing consultants. They use linear AI to find industry reports, key data. Claude will summarize this information into a SWOT analysis, a executive summary, or a presentation outline. Research time has been shortened, but the quality of information remains reliable. So we find that even linear AI and Claude, which are free, are already sufficient to support the entire research process from collection and analysis to presentation. I will now hand over to Ziqing to discuss the best practice and limitation of this AI tools. Thanks.
Thanks, Haixin. Now, I will show the best practice and the limitation of using linear AI and cloud across these three real-world scenarios with full-time students, academic researchers, and business professionals. Let's begin with full-time students. Faced with limited time, students benefit from using Learner to highlight key concepts and Cloud to organize them into structured outline or maps. It not only enhances understanding but also cuts down study time significantly from 25 hours a week to just 14. However, students should be aware that prompt clarity matters and the process skill uh, requires some manual coordination between tools. Moving on the academic researchers. Here, Liner helps with quickly scanning and summarizing dozens of papers, while Cloud is excellent for synthesizing that data, identifying research gaps, and generating structured outlines. Research Researcher can also visualize complex module using Cloud. The key here is the better the prompt is, the better the result. Poorly defined inputs lend to a, a view or generic feedback. Finally, for business professionals, it's tourist transform time confusing reporting into a streamlined process. Leaner helps extract market data, while Cloud builds it into executive summarize SWOT analysis and polished cell outlines. Professionals save hours every week, but should watch for overly generic contents and the extra tabs for moving contents manually between platforms. Across all three use cases, we saw meaningful time saving and productivity gains. The tools work best when used with strategic promotes strong curation and awareness of their content lim- limitations. Thank you. Uh, I will now hand it back to Jesse to discuss available resource and the next steps.
Thanks, Sequin. Before we wrap up the presentation, I'll briefly talk to you about some resources we've created and suggest some next steps you can take if you're interested in utilizing AI for your own research and data analysis. Firstly, we have developed a resource package that includes quick start guides for Liner AI and Claude. These guides cover basic setup, key features, best practices, and tips for getting the most out of each tool. We have also included workflow templates and prompt examples that you can adapt to meet the needs of your own research projects. When it comes to next steps, we encourage you to begin by experimenting with Liner AI and Claude yourself. Try using Liner AI to organize your research materials, and then summarize and analyze your findings using Claude. Ask Claude to use the data within your research and generate different visualizations such as tables, timelines, or even mind maps. Start small by applying the workflow to a research topic you are interested in or proficient in, and assess the accuracy of the results for yourself. We also recommend setting aside some time to explore the ethical considerations and limitations of these tools, because understanding where AI is most effective and where it has weaknesses is just as important. Finally, we invite you to reach out to our team on Microsoft Teams if you have any questions or need support as you begin exploring these tools for yourself. On behalf of each member of my team, thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope you found it useful.